ahead, everyone. You know, I'm not used to this. I'm not from around here, but I'll try my best. Yeah, it's all right. Got time. Good job. But anyway, my name is Ramon. I'm the father of the bride. Actually, I'm the proud father of the bride.
You're doing great!
I would like to welcome friends, families, and guests tonight. And today we celebrate the beginning of Cheryl and Dylan journey together. And I thanks for everyone to come here tonight to join us to celebrate their special occasion. I just laugh. But anyway, I would like to thank Derek, the official, to give us a good and beautiful wedding ceremony. And also, I would like to welcome Philip to our family with an open arms. As well as his family, Robert and Don. Anyway, everyone knows Cheryl is beautiful. Not only she's beautiful, but she's the joy of my life. I remember when she was a little girl, I first held her, and I knew she was always be my little girl. And also, she's not only my little girl, but she is my little princess. She's the girl that she loved to go to some fashion show during Mom and I. But she never looked prettier as she does today. And Caleb, I couldn't be happier for you that Cheryl is with you. Yeah. And you're welcome. And to Robert and Don, I'm so happy that you are part of our family. And I should say, here's the gift to the love that you two have shared all over the years. And Carmelita out there, my dear. We dreamed for this for too long. And our journey started 34 years ago. I will do it all over again. I remember the first day I saw you. And I knew my life will be forever changed. And now here we are, giving away our precious daughter to a wonderful man, the love of her life. I'm looking forward to watching them raise their own family the way we shared to raise him, our little girl. To raise our little girl. Sorry about that. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, just raise your glass for a toast for the newlywed, for a happy and healthy life and full of endless love and laughter. Congratulations to Cheryl and Kelly.
All right. Once again, give it up for the father of the bride. And next up we have Bob Bob Ross is coming up to say a few words. He's the father of the groom. Show him some love, y'all.
You should have let me go first. I gotta cheat. No, he's not. If I had to describe Caleb or Gavin to some of you in one word, I think it would be determined. As a child, he was determined to keep up with his brothers, even if it meant knocking them down a peg, i.e. taking them out at the knees from behind. His determination continued into high school, where he opted for college credits instead of high school classes. That way, or wait a minute, it was there that he discovered his artistic talent, and that is phenomenal. He would research everything before he would let us know his intentions. That way he had an answer for any questions we could throw at him. He carried that determination into finding his perfect best friend. He tested Cheryl May by exposing her to all his brothers, sisters-in-law, parents, and friends. And that was one hell of a test. She not only survived, she passed with flying colors. We are, damn it. We are so happy for both of you. We are so happy to have Cheryl May in our family now, and her family as well. This has been awesome. Picking on me. Love you guys. Love you too.
All right, next up we have the matron of honor, Kara. She's going to come up and say a few words.
Oh, can you bring this down? Thank you. Thank you. Hello. Whoa. I'm wearing glasses because I don't want to cry. I don't want you guys to see me cry, actually. So, and I look good while I give my speech. So. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kara. I am Cheryl's older sister. I am her only sister, and she wanted me to write a speech for her today, so I did it. I'll start with a poem. A younger sister. As I look back on my years, I see the mistakes I've come upon. I look back in life's mirror and see a small reflection of myself, always cheering me on. A reflection whose outlook is still fresh, mistakes yet to be made. Someone who's always been there, my own personal parade. In the good times and bad, she would always weather. However, a younger sister isn't you, but someone you try and make better. By Anonymous. Ever since Cheryl was young, I would call her determined and insatiable. Cheryl May Granada first came into this world capitalizing the most on her resources in the womb. She was the heaviest of the 3 Granada siblings. I mean, as you can see, she's well fed. Especially in the upstairs area, but you know. She made a name for herself at a toddler's age by drinking all of my newborn baby brother's milk. Survival of the fittest. Sorry, Rigel. By her childhood years, she made clear her athletic prowess as she was the first between the two of us to ride a bike, perform the monkey bars, and perform a pull-up. In fact, by the age of 9, she was the only girl in her grade who won a basketball hoop shoot competition. She was then sent to a county-wide bracket. My dad and I came along to watch. We were very proud. We sat in the highest and last bleacher because we wanted a view of everything. By Cheryl's 10th missed basket, my father and I were thoroughly satisfied. She was doing terrible, but afterwards the champ wanted to celebrate, so we got McDonald's. Fast forward to college, Cheryl was still determined. Among the many jobs of being a full-time student, she was a waitress, so attentive to detail. Would you like the steak, sir? Yes, please. And how would you like that cooked? Would you like the lamb, ma'am? Yes, that sounds nice. And how would you like that cooked? Would you like the chicken? Sure, sounds great. And how would you like that cooked? Well, obviously they wanted it fully cooked, but it was clear Cheryl was witty, smart, and determined. I knew she really deserved a guy that challenged her mentally. Of the first few holidays with us, Caleb soon learned our family tradition of singing karaoke. I knew he was a smart man when we would start singing and he had already disappeared into another room. In fact, when we went to their Clearwater home for Mother's Day, Caleb had set up karaoke nowhere in the house, but in the backyard. Big brain. I also learned that he was a caring man because he turned his entire back patio into a whole studio for us. Surround sound speaker, projector for lyrics, and a microphone ready to go. He stayed with us the whole time as we serenaded his entire neighborhood until late in the evening. Then for some reason they moved to Ohio. Another poem. A brother-in-law. A brother-in-law is someone who is sometimes like a wide river. Sometimes it's quiet, doesn't talk much, hides in other rooms or stick you in the backyard when you're trying to sing karaoke. But if you trust it, it will get you to where you need to be. Also by Anonymous. I remember my mother once told me, still rivers run deep. Caleb, I think you are a very deep person. Cheryl will blindly follow you wherever you will go. It's because she loves you and she trusts you so much, unconditionally. So now I trust you, and I will follow the both of you wherever your relationship takes you in all of your endeavors, because I love her so much, unconditionally. I love you both, unconditionally. At the beginning, I said a poem for a younger sister, and I'll end it with the words from a newlywed wife. In the weeks prior, I asked Cheryl, describe her relationship with Caleb using a favorite song lyric, and she said, and let's raise our glasses to this one. When I come home, oh, I know I'm gonna be the girl who's coming home to you. Can I get a hug too? Everyone else got a hug except me.
All right. And finally, we have the best man. Joe, come on up.
Oh boy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joe Tavares. I am not a Roz. I have a shaved head and a beard, but there's a height requirement. And as you noticed during the ceremony, I didn't make that height requirement. Ah, Bambino, go to your brother. He's not a part of the skit. He's just too cute. I think right now, Cheryl May's heart rate is going a little higher because she's wondering how long I'm going to take to say what I got to say. I don't even know what I got to say. But I am humbled to be here on this day. It's the first time I've ever been a best man. So I had to Google the purpose of a best man. Well, the one thing I found is that the ancient Scots pioneered the idea of a best man. And the whole purpose was that I would accompany the groom so I could fight off the bridemaid's family in case they tried to come back and get her. I'm combat ready. So how many are there of you? She's staying with him. How do I know Roz? Well, his name is Caleb Gavin Roz. Yes, mother. I know him as Roz for years ago. We met 1,000 miles away from here. On a different horizon. We met, it was December, freezing cold, and he was covered in tattoos, and I looked over at him, and he had a bunch of lions and wolves on him. I'm like, what's your name? He's like, my name's Roz. And I'm like, well, you're fucking Lion Roz from now on. And ever since then, our friendship was built on facts and deeds, encouraging and promoting one another professionally and personally. I want to give testimony, if I can, to who he is. The Army, as well as life, you meet a lot of people. Some of them don't matter. They're just parallel in your life. Some interdict, and they change your life. Roz, his candle burns a little brighter. He's an achiever. He's dedicated to his cause. He's relentless in his pursuit to be the standard for others to follow. You don't need words to do that. He does that by action. He did it for me. He'll do it for all of you as you know him. Almost 15 years ago, since we first met, we promoted each other's success on 3 different continents. We've had the pleasure of shaking our hands here, in the Middle East, in the Far East. We're still here. He's a son, he's a brother, he's an uncle, he's a combat fighter, he's a pilot, he's a friend, and now he's your husband. And that, Cheryl May, is another horizon for him, which I know he will triumph as he has in all the things he's done. According to a schedule on Google, it says I'm supposed to collect some messages at people who couldn't be here. So, here they go. Black Niles, also known as Romel. What's up, Joe? It's been a while. Currently in Miami, about to catch a cruise for my own brother's wedding. I'm glad to hear Roz, a brother, is in good hands then. Words of wisdom. Well, after 10 years of marriage, never stop working at it. Talk about the hard shit. Don't go to sleep pissed at each other. Don't be a little bitch. Don't sweat the small stuff. Have a shared weekly ritual. Don't forget to laugh. Grab her bumpy a lot. When in doubt, dessert and a foot rub. And say yes more than no. Forgiveness is your friend. And above all else, have fun with each other. Romel Niles. Bobby Wills. I've been married 17 years this December. Angie and I talk about everything as much as love and as hard as we can. Make time for each other and keep loving alive, brother. It's from Bobby. Danny. Oh, congrats to Gavin and his fiance. Well, now your wife. There is rarely a dull moment with the Roz. I'm sure his future wife knows that already. Hope they enjoy their lifetime of fun adventures. Don't let Roz forget, the best weapon is, yes, dear. Even if it's sarcastic. And none other than our mentor and our guiding light, Chief Christensen. Life is not always easy. The bond between two people is stronger than the sum of its parts. Individually, you will be able to fill in the gaps when the other is not at their best. When you are old and you look back, you will not remember the down times so much, but the good times and how you made each other better as one. Chief Christensen bow. Those are the ones I got. Apparently, I'm supposed to tell a story of how the hell I know this guy. There's a couple people in here who can bear witness to the memory that brought us together. And it's a story of the guy, Goliath, also known as Merkel. It's the first time I ever met this guy officially in the combat capacity. We were training for war. Fight tonight was the motto back then. We had to bum rush a room with our weapons drawn and clear it. A bunch of plywood, abandoned buildings, and there was some aggressor in the room, and I had to stack on this guy. So we get stacked on each other. I'm like, go. Give him the squeeze. We pushed in. We go through the room. Apparently, we didn't know. But there's, correct me, 6'5", 6'6", 6'9", over 250-pound Goliath standing in the room. He threw me like a rag doll against the wall, and then he crushed Roz to the ground, and then we had to subdue him. So there's army regulations, but I looked at him and we gave each other the nod. We gotta get this guy down. So I somehow figured out a way to tangle up my arms into this guy's legs and hold him bare. Try to duct tape him, and I looked over when he knocked Roz over. He knocked his weapon clear and his helmet off, but he managed to grab his helmet. And then I looked at him, and there was no way of subduing this guy. So Roz gave him no warning. This is about it, man. Like, we're coming. I looked at Roz looks to me, and he turned back and he began to pummel this man in the head with a Kevlar. Just about a 10-pound helmet. And I knew then I fell in love. This is the guy for me. It's been great since then, hasn't it? Advice. What do I tell you of the life that I've lived? You know my story. You know my success. You see them. You know my daughter. You know too much. But I love you for that. I will tell you that relationships are everything. And today, you become one with someone grand. Two separate lives learning to become joined. I could stand here for hours, and Cheryl May knows this. But I'll tell you the simplicity of what I've learned from where I'm at today and where you met me. There is no I in marriage. There's just simply us. You two have so much to achieve together. And every hard time, every moment, if you choose each other and you choose us over the I, you'll always succeed. Cheryl May, my love, you are someone in my home. You bring laughter and peace and tranquility to my casa. My daughter knows your name. You've already influenced her, trust me. She's 11 going on 21. And I'm thankful for the influence that you were to her back in your house in Tampa and even now. And all the traits that you are will serve you always as you become the lady of the house, where you stand. And we sincerely know that you are Roz's next horizon and his forever horizon. To all the bridesmaids, you will be a special support element. That's a military term. I don't know how to say that in English. To her, Cheryl May will count on you for the years to come to support her and guide her. And with that, I'd like to raise a simple toast. You have your glasses ready. Mr. and Mrs. Caleb Roz, your dreams are our dreams. To you.